Yeah, it was popping YouTube. It's Melv. I just want to say thank you to everybody who subbed to the channel so far. We about to crack 7K on the motherfucking channel. Thank you for all the love and support. I really appreciate this shit. Y'all keep me motivated and going. I just want to make sure anybody who's new checking me out, hit that like and subscribe button. You better smash that shit and drop a yeah in the comments. You heard me. Today I'm gonna show y'all how to make some beats for the free. I'm gonna bless y'all. All you're gonna need is your email and your computer. That's all you fucking need. Trust me, I know a lot of people don't got bread because of COVID right now, so I'm gonna try and put you on some games so you can get into this if you just want to learn, or you bored at the crib, want to try something new, or let's say you already a producer and you're just looking how to use this program. This is definitely dope. I used to be a heavy Ableton user until I started using Serato Studio. It was easier for me to get my ideas out, and I utilize them both now. That way I can mix on Ableton and do my drops and shit like that. This is for me to get my ideas out quick. You can literally chop up a sample and build a whole beat within minutes. It's fucking dope as hell. You don't gotta overthink anything. It's very visual, especially for people who getting started off. I feel like programs being visual are gonna help you and make you learn and understand better how production works, right? So we're gonna scroll down. You can go through this whole thing at serato.com/studio, and you can see different things about the program. And you can see here different people are using different things. Like this shorty here got a keyboard, a little mini controller, but you don't need that. You can deadass just use the keyboard on your laptop or from your computer, and everything's gonna correlate the numbers 1 through 8, and then 8 through L, and then W, E, T, Y, U. That's supposed to mimic a keyboard, like an actual piano. So all those top keys would be like your black keys, and then 8 through L would be your white keys. It's pretty dope. So for anybody who's just a little bit versed in production, it's going to be able for you to use it easily. And if not, you don't want to use any of that stuff, you can literally just click shit in like how it is on FL Studio. It's pretty dope. You can see right here the program. You can check this out. Check out the little purple circles. It's going to give you more information on this shit. Serato is a company known for their DJ stuff, and they seem to have figured out how to really make the flow of their DJ programs fit with production in this. It's like a nice marriage of things. And like I said, this shit is super fucking easy to use. It's very straightforward and to the point. And even when you open up the program, it gives you tutorials off the rip. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tell you, go to that hit free download button, right? You're gonna click that shit, you're gonna follow the instructions, you're gonna get some free starter packs with that when you first get it. I'm gonna show you the difference right now between the free and the paid versions, just so you can see what you're missing out on if you only have the free version, but also how you can finesse it, right? So if you go down here, free versus paid, you don't have all of the features, as you can see from side to side. You only have 4 decks, which are essentially where you put your sounds at. If you got a drum kit, you're gonna have 1 deck that's gonna have 8 pads on it. You can just correlate what it says there. We're gonna get more into that. Audio tracks would be if you want to just drag audio straight into the sequence. I'll get into that later as well. And you only get selected sound packs. They give you some starter packs to start with, some drum kits, little sounds here and there you can utilize royalty free, but if you get the paid version, you're gonna get access to the premium joints, which is fire, because they collaborate with like bigger producers. Like Jazzy Jeff just dropped one. If you went to Lo-Fi, DiBiase got one. Stolen Drums. They have tons of different producers on here. Even Flosstradamus, they did a Fool's Gold pack with A-Track. They got some heat tucked, and trust me, it's worth it. Everything's high quality sounds. Even Decap, Drums That Knock, got some shit on here. There's tons of different companies. I'm missing their names right now, but trust me, it's worth it. The only difference is though, you can do a subscription or a straight bought out version of the program, right? If you buy it out, it's $200. So if you got the bread to invest and you want to take that leap, by all means. But I do suggest to anybody, if you're first trying out and you want to just get those premium features that you want to try, do a subscription. You can cancel it at any time. You can just do 1 month for $10. If you don't like it and it's not for you, cancel it. But I do suggest you try this out. This is definitely worth it if you got the bread to invest. You're gonna get 2 months free of Splice sounds. Splice, I think, is like $8 a month, $10 a month if you get the set sounds for whatever the bottom tier is. And I utilize it sometimes when I'm like stuck and I just need a specific sound in my mind. I can go search it up, boom, download. And this isn't a paid a paid or sponsored video. This is just me giving you my personal preference for what I like to use and how you can utilize this shit for free. Now the next thing I'm gonna show y'all is Cymatics. Cymatics is a company that makes high quality, top notch sounds. These dudes is from down south. They be doing hella shit and they invest mad bread into their gear. Make sure you support and cop some of their packs. They be having shit for the LO sometimes, but you know, you definitely want to support these guys. They doing a lot of major things and they give you a lot of free sounds and free stuff. They have a free version of their new plugin that's dropping, Diablo. Right now they got Diablo Light out. This shit helps make your drums smack. If you don't know how to mix, this shit gonna help you out a lot. You know, come over here, check it out at Cymatics.fm, and then you can see here that it's available to use with different programs and shit. I'm gonna just give you a quick little demo from what they posted up, and you can hear the comparisons. That's the before, and that's the after. Already right there, smack. Now check out the drum loop. And the 808s, of course. You gonna tell me that's not a big difference? Like, and this shit is for free, my nigga. All you gotta do is just download it, and that's it. You Gucci. So what we're gonna utilize today is the free download section. You're gonna go check it out. All you deadass need to do is put in your email and your information. Sign up for their mailing list so you can figure out what new shit they dropping, or even if they got free packs coming out. And you can download all of this for free. It's all free game. That's it. That's all you need to do. They have different, you know, starter packs for trap, EDM, hip hop, dubstep. You know, they also have free guides on how to mix and master, how to compress, you know, especially if you're going to get into production, you want to learn compression for your kicks and your drums and shit like that. You know, they have tons of different stuff, presets. And then today what we're going to utilize is the Eternity Vintage Collection. Fire ass lo-fi pack. I'm gonna just show you how to make a basic ass lo-fi beat and then how to integrate that different style, you know, for any of your production tips and shit like that, for how you want to get started with your beat, a little bit of fundamentals of music theory, like, you know, eighth notes, quarter notes, things like that, how you can keep a basic count. I'm gonna show y'all a lot today and put y'all on game. And then also I want y'all to utilize the blog section. You're gonna find tons of free articles about free sounds that they have out, that they've hunted down for you, different things like that. They help you out with tips with all these different articles. Just please, like, you know, go through it, learn some of the stuff. Some of it's a little bit old, you know, like right here it says from 2018, but just follow up, you know, check it out. Especially if you're stuck in a rut, you just trying to try something new, or, you know, you're just trying to figure out this production shit. This shit is definitely for you. All right, so right now we just got the program opened up, right? It's gonna automatically give you some templates. Right here you can see, you know, hip hop, rap, trap, techno, EDM, dancehall. You can scroll through them right here by hitting the arrow. But for now, today we're gonna start off with a new beat, and then you can also do remixes. They give you templates for that, but we'll just go with a new beat, right? It's a blank template. It automatically throws in one of their drum kits. But what I'm gonna do is hit here, add drums, and I'm gonna get rid of that other one right there, right? Just simply delete it. Right here we got a drum deck. And what it is essentially is where you're going to be sequencing all your drums. All right, so right here, what I got on the side is you're going to see all the stuff, right? Your instruments, plugins, patterns, audio samples, shit like that. What I like to do is to drag the actual file of whatever I'm using into the drum section. If it's a drum kit or audio samples, if I have some samples lined up, I'll drag them in there to organize them. For right now, I have mine covered up because, let's be honest, you got to mind your business. You don't got to know everything that I use. I'm already putting you on free game. You don't got to know all my sounds. But I do have it loaded up right here, so you can see here to the right where you can see the name of the files and stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in some random sounds, whatever I hear and I like. I'm going to make them line up with what's in the actual kit itself. So you see snare, clap. I'm going to put a kick there, hat. We're going to do everything that we need to do. And this is useful because if you're going to do the tactic where you make the program make patterns for you, this is going to work perfectly. And now you see there's a lot of stuff here and I want to filter it. I could go here to the search corner, type in hat. Put that there, open hat. And then let's go closed hat. All right. And then we're going to go percussions now. Instead of using a second kick, which some people use, like they call it a ghost kick, where it hits very faintly to like add some versatility in there. I'm just going to put in a random percussion sound. Because I do what I want, you heard? And if you're feeling lazy and you just want to use a percussion loop, you can do that too. You know, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Don't let nobody try and play you for using loops or, you know, pre-mixed sounds and all that shit. Some people are nerds like that they just want to be assholes. But fuck that shit. Do what the fuck you want. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're not doing no foul shit like stealing other niggas' beats, you Gucci. Everybody uses loops. Don't let nobody fool you. What you think a sample is, it's a loop. People just chop it up and resequence it. That's all it is. You're recreating, you're remixing. Whatever idea you have, somebody has already had it. You have to keep that in your mind. You're remixing an idea that you just came up with. That's what it always is, a constant remix. So just keep that in mind and stay persistent, all right? Persistence is always key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a basic pattern here so y'all can learn. It automatically sets it to 120 BPM on a blank template. For that, that's good for trap. For like faster shit, if you're going to use, you know, like double time and shit. Or if you're using halftime, like if you're doing trap, it'll be like kick and then the snare will hit like here. That's good for that. But for now, we doing some lo-fi shit. I'm going to bring it down to 78. Lo-fi, if it's really slow, could be like 67. It can go up to like 90, depending if you want that old school boom bap feel. Every BPM gives you a different feeling, and people use certain things in order to project that feeling that they're trying to capture. For us, we're just going to do a simple 78. It's a nice little BPM. It's smooth. It's chill. And then if I want to speed it up or slow it down, I could do it, and it'll keep everything in sync for me. This program detects the BPM and the sample of whatever you dropped into it. So that's pretty dope. It's doing a lot of work for you. So if you're not good at music theory, this shit is going to help you out a lot. But I'm going to give you some basic music theory as well as far as sequencing. We're going to start with quarter notes, right? Everything breaks down into quick maths. So you can divide each one into the next section, right? So it's going to be quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, and 32nd notes. It goes further than that, 64, 128, and then it just keeps progressing. That's if you want to get like really fast hi-hats and snare hits and shit, but we're going to keep it simple. So we're going to do a kick, snare, kick, snare. Very simple. Now, like I said, we could break that down into eighth notes, right? Gives it a different feeling. Now we're going to do 16 notes, which would be the ones in between right here, right? And then for the hi-hats, you could always do a simple pattern of one on every quarter note or one on every eighth note. And then same thing, you want some versatility, you can add that 16. And you could just write in your notes as you go along, you know, building basic patterns. But like, let's say you couldn't follow along with that at all, and you're like, fuck, I'm already lost. I got the solution for y'all. Right here where it says make, next to it, you're going to see the name of a genre. Right now, mine says hip hop and rap. But if you click this little drop down menu, it has tons of different ones. This is so it makes patterns for you. It's doing all the work for you. All you literally have to do is just hit the button. And that's it. It just generated a pattern for you. Right? It's a nice little pattern right there. That's to get you started. Now the thing is with lo-fi, you definitely want to add some swing to your drums. It gives it a different feeling. It feels like the drums are sort of getting like grabbed and tugged in different ways. So it gives it more of a vibe and a bop to it. So usually when you go here to swing, that's going to give you that feeling of swing, right? If you go to 16, it'll affect your 16th notes more than anything. So but if you go to eighth, it feels like a third note, sort of. It's like a weird feeling, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Right, so we're going to stick with that eighth. And right here what we have is a 1 bar count, right? Like I said, every 4 notes right here, every quarter note, if you add 4 of them together, you're going to make 1 bar. Let's keep it simple like that. It's probably an easier way to describe it, but that's how I know how to explain it to you so you can keep count. So right here, if you hit the plus button, it's going to increase the size of the scene. The scene is basically the whole pattern that you're using, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up to 8. And like I said, every section here is 1 bar. And I know right here is labeled as intro. We're going to correct that, and I'm going to label that as verse. You want to keep everything organized as much as possible. So we have that here. And since I have the pre-made pattern, what I can do is I could just add in my own notes. Give that shit some versatility. You can add and take away. Right, and then now we have all these different spaces that are empty. It feels like the same, repetitive. You can add different shit, like them perks. Boom. So now we got the whole pattern going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a ride just so I can add some versatility in there. And that's going to go in my miscellaneous. You could put a crash. You can put whatever else you want. You know, I just like to put it here on the 1 count all the time. Or sometimes I'll put it at the beginning of each bar. Depends how I'm feeling, how the beat is going. So just put that in there just to add something. It's a little bit loud though, so you can adjust the levels right here in this mixer. It's like DJ style, like how a mixer would be on the DJ on the turntable set and shit, like for Serato and stuff. So right here we'll turn it down, just so it's a little bit lighter. And with that being said, you also have a gain, which is basically your volume, right? You have the EQ, which is the equalizer, high, mid, low, and then a filter section. So if you want to cut out certain frequencies, which I'll show you right now with the sample in a few, you can do that as well. But you can do it separately. Hold on 1 second. You can do that separately, you know, right here to the left, where it's going to do it for each pad. As you can see, the level changes from pad to pad, right, on the left side. And then this one is for the entire deck. You know, this is deck 1 where I have my drums. Now what we're going to do is open up a separate deck. It's going to be a sample deck, right? And right here, for some reason, it always throws you into audio samples, and then you have to go back to where you were at. It's very simple. Just go here, and then this folder that we had with all the fucking samples from that pack. So all in here, we're just going to look for a melody. And these are pre-made melodies, and they're royalty free. You don't got to pay a dime back to them if you get a major placement, which is fucking dope with Cymatics. Whenever you're using samples, you want to be conscious of what you're using and be careful, you know what I'm saying? Because some people could flag you and shit. And another thing I will tell you is for everybody who's been in my comments trying to reveal my samples, you could suck my dick disrespectfully, and I mean that with all my heart. That's some whack ass shit. Don't sample snitch on people. You can get people flagged, you know, fuck up what they're trying to build. If somebody doing something foul like jacking somebody's beat, I understand, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. That shit don't rock. Because if somebody steal my beat, you know, I'll be tight too. But as far as sampling goes, it's like, you know, it's an art form. People hunt down samples and spend hours looking for these shits to try and chop them up and, you know, try and make something new out of it. And then here comes somebody trying to be a smart ass, trying to drop what the sample is in the comments, and then they can get you potentially flagged. It's happened to me before. That's why when anybody puts that shit, I don't rock with that. I don't bang with that. So you need to really chill with that. That ain't wavy. That ain't the vibe for real. So I'm going to go with this guitar sample right here. I like this one. And when you automatically load it in, either you can just drag it and drop it, or you can just hit add sample, and then it'll open up that new deck. You put it in, and it automatically chops it up for you, right? It already puts markers where it detects certain waves. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all, and I'm going to delete them. I'm going to set my own markers using the keyboard on my computer. So right there, I hit the number 1. It gave me 1. I hit 2. That's where 2 starts. 3, same thing. Right, sometimes I'm a little bit off, but that's alright. And what I like to do with these extra chops and short samples like this is I hit reverse. It'll play the sample in reverse for you and not affect the other ones. There's another one I could put. Reverse that. Reverse that. And then we're going to reverse this one right here. And that comes in handy, especially when we want some versatility with a short sample like this. So what I'm going to do, I would usually just hit record and start playing. Like I can do this. It'll give me a metronome and I can follow it. Or you can just write in the notes, whatever works better for you. For me, I like I said, playing around. But you see here, that sample sounds a little bit off. Let's drag this back to where the beginning is. Now we got that sample riding and just chilling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit effects, and it's going to bring down the section where I can put effects on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of reverb. I like it, having that, you know, for my personal taste and preference. but I'm also going to add a sidechain compressor. Right here, you go to sidechain and you go to soft sidechain, right? We don't want it too intense. And what that basically is for in lo-fi, they have the kick or certain sounds cut through the mix. Like it'll duck down the sample and have that cut through more, especially if you have like a light kick and it's not really thumping through in the mix, you can't get it right, you can use this. So what it automatically does is right here to the left, you're gonna see it assigns it to the kick. So when I turn this up and I hit play, it's gonna duck down the sample and play the kick sound. So that's with it, this is without it. So I'm gonna leave that on. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, don't want it a little bit too intense. And let's say you wanted the sample to sound really dirty, you would open up one more and then you'd go down to Crusher, Lo-Fi Crush. You can make that shit sound like an SP and give it that ring feeling. You play around with it, make it sound lo-fi, dirty. And then you can do the same thing with the drums if you want. I like to throw on a drum reverb. Throw that right there. Not make it too much intense. So we have our whole first section laid out right there, right? I have it labeled as verse. You're gonna follow through with that. So right here, you can go to empty or decide to copy the whole pattern. I'm gonna hit empty and we're gonna start a fresh one. And I'm gonna make the intro right now, right? So usually what I'll do is just play the sample in reverse sometimes if I don't have anything, like a part I can use. Boom, we got a simple ass intro right there. You don't gotta do too much work. And then I usually just put in my drop. I should be like you, Melvin. And then that should automatically just drop. Boom, Gucci. We already built half the beat right there. Now we need something for the hook, right? So for that, I'll copy the first one and then I'll make the drums a little bit more lively. So I add in different shit here, like add in some 16th notes. You know, have the drums have a little bit more action. So that way we can add some versatility. Have that hit on every other one. So something went wrong there. My dumb ass put in the wrong one. Alright, let me fix that right there. Okay, boom, boom, boom. We got that. For this, let's clear this out. And what I'm gonna do for the hook, we're gonna play the sample in reverse. Alright, so usually I like to add, you know, like a vocal sample or something else just to make the thing different, you know, like the hook and shit. What I'll do is I'm just going to add in like some quick ad-libs. I'm going to go through another pack that I have tucked.
What? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. Yeah, that's on the bomb, yo. Yeah, that's on the bomb, yo.
Yo.
Yeah.
Boom. We already got this shit cooking crazy. Boom. Now we got got a basic beat. So I'm gonna do this, drop that. Right here, I'm in the sequence section, right? So all you have to do is go to song view. As soon as you do that, you can start sequencing it. And you just drag and drop the clips, and that's literally it. Now, I was telling you earlier about, you know, that section where you drop in your audio. Right here, I'm going to just grab my drop. Pull it, drop it. Boom, now I got an audio track. And I would just line it up to where the verse starts. But I have to turn this off right here, or it's going to try and sync it to the tempo and to the key. What I do is I just keep it to the original one I had it set to, and then I just adjust it by zooming in. So then I'll add in some reverb right here. And then we'll add in some delay. And then I'll lower down the volume because sometimes it can be really loud. All right, so now we have a full beat. You're gonna hear it with the tag and how it usually.
I should be like you, Melv.
See, very simple. Took only a couple of minutes, and that was just me going through it. If I didn't have to explain all of that, this video would be way shorter. But you know, this is just for me trying to drop game on y'all, try to show y'all that you can do a lot more, you know. And then right here we have all the scenes playing in real time, and now the hook about to drop.
Yeah, that's a bomb, yo.
Boom, beat done. So on behalf of me, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. You know, get your practice on. If you guys cook up any beats, make sure you send them shits to me through social media. If you try to post them as comments on the page, them shit's probably gonna get deleted or gonna get flagged by YouTube themselves. Just send me your beats. You know, I want to hear what y'all cook up and shit. Let me know if y'all need any help and shit. If you got a direct question, you can join the Discord. I'm gonna put the fucking the link in the description. So make sure you join up, you know, for any questions and shit, so I can help y'all out. I tend to answer a lot of the time. Sometimes I'll be mad busy. I'm trying to help out as best as I can. But yo, if any of y'all got suggestions in the comments, go ahead, you know, give some people some tips and shit. We here to promote, we here to help. We ain't here to make nobody feel corny or feel like, oh, you know, your shit is whack, blah, 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 blah. You know, it takes a lot of people some time to get used to this. So just go ahead and practice and make sure you put in your best effort, all right? So peace.